Welcome back to Mind Mastery TV. Before we begin, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to our channel. Imagine yourself a young man navigating the complexities of the modern world. It's a stressful, often overwhelming journey. Each day seems to bring a new challenge, a fresh source of anxiety or confusion. You're not alone in this struggle. Countless others grapple with the same issues, the same feelings of being lost in a world that's moving too fast, too relentlessly. Now, cast your mind back to the ancient sands of Rome, where a Stoic philosopher named Musonius Rufus once stood. Less known than his counterparts, yet his influence was profound, shaping the thoughts of great minds like Epictetus. Musonius too faced adversity, but he found a way to navigate life's tempests with resilience and tranquility. His teachings, though centuries old, resonate with timeless wisdom. They offer a compass to guide us through the labyrinth of modern life. But what if the wisdom of a forgotten Stoic philosopher could guide us through our contemporary chaos? Musonius Rufus once said, "It is not enough to know how to argue, one must also know how to live." This ancient Stoic philosopher, a beacon of wisdom in turbulent times, believed in the power of emotional mastery. Not suppression, not denial, but mastery. It's about navigating the sea of emotions with the compass of understanding. Musonius didn't want us to become emotionless statues, but rather he encouraged us to become the captains of our emotional ships. He taught us to acknowledge our feelings, understand them, and then guide them in a direction that aligns with our values and goals. How do we do this? Well, there's no one-size-fits-all answer, but there are a few techniques that have stood the test of time. Journaling, for instance, is a simple yet powerful tool. It allows us to express our emotions freely, without judgment or fear. It's like having a conversation with ourselves, a dialogue that can lead to deeper self-understanding. Mindfulness exercises too can be invaluable. They help us stay present, grounded in the here and now, rather than being swept away by the currents of past regrets or future anxieties. And then there's the art of Stoic reframing. A technique that encourages us to view challenging situations as opportunities for growth and learning rather than obstacles. Remember, it's not about denying your emotions, but mastering them. With these tools in your arsenal, you are well on your way to becoming the master of your emotional world, just as Musonius Rufus envisioned. In the words of Rufus, true courage is not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. These sage words invite us to delve into the very essence of what true strength means. In the eyes of Musonius Rufus, strength was never about the size of one's biceps or the might of one's sword. No, for Rufus, true strength was a matter of the spirit, a testament to the resilience of the human will. He held that it is not the man who can lift the heaviest stone who is strong, but rather the one who can bear the heaviest burdens with grace and fortitude. True strength, according to Rufus, is found in the heart of the man who faces his fears, who confronts his challenges head-on, and who accepts that there are things beyond his control. It is the strength that comes from enduring hardship, from weathering the storms of life, and from pressing on despite the odds. It is the strength that is born of resilience, the ability to bounce back from adversity, to rise again after a fall. This was the strength that Rufus admired, the strength that he himself embodied in his life, and the strength that he urged his students to cultivate. So let us take a leaf from Rufus's book and strive to build our inner strength. Let us face our fears, confront our challenges, and accept the things we cannot change. For true strength, as Rufus taught us, resides within, not in the muscles. Musonius Rufus believed, "No man is an island entire of itself. Every man is a piece of the continent." This, my friends, is the bedrock of forging meaningful relationships. Rufus urged us to view each individual as a vital part of the grand tapestry of life, deserving of respect and compassion, regardless of their station in society. It's a call to recognize our shared humanity, to appreciate the interconnectedness of our lives. In the spirit of Stoic philosophy, we can cultivate empathy by imagining ourselves in the shoes of others. Active listening, too, is a potent tool for fostering understanding and connection. It involves not just hearing, but truly understanding the words of another. And let's not forget healthy communication. It's about expressing our thoughts and feelings with clarity and respect, and being open to the perspectives of others. Remember, to be a man is to be a part of humanity. As Rufus said, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. A radical idea, isn't it? This ancient Stoic philosopher dared to challenge the societal obsession with material wealth. He asserted that the constant chase for more money, more possessions, more status, often leads to a void, a sense of dissatisfaction that no amount of gold can fill. Musonius Rufus believed in a different kind of wealth, the wealth of contentment. He urged us to focus on experiences rather than possessions, on relationships rather than status. He taught that by appreciating what we already have and expressing gratitude for it, we can experience a richness of spirit that no material wealth can offer. Stoic principles remind us to focus on what truly matters and let go of what doesn't. They guide us to find joy in simplicity, peace in acceptance, and wealth in contentment. Contentment is not about what you have, but about appreciating what's already there. Rufus taught, the chief task in life is simply this, to identify and separate matters so that I can say clearly for each, this is in my control, this is not in my control. Imagine a life where you are not constantly swayed by the whims of fortune or the caprices of fate, but rather you are firmly in the driver's seat, navigating your own journey. This is the essence of embracing a purposeful life as taught by Musonius Rufus. Rufus emphasized the importance of focusing on what we can control. It's easy to get caught up in the minutiae of life, the things we can't change, the weather, the traffic, the actions of others. But what if we shifted our focus to what we actually can control? Our actions, our reactions, our values, and our effort. This shift in perspective can free us from the shackles of anxiety and frustration and open the doors to a life of purpose and tranquility. But a purposeful life is not just about focusing on what we can control. It's also about contributing to something bigger than ourselves. It's about using our talents, skills, and passions not just for personal gain, but to make a positive impact on the world around us. When we align our actions with our values and seek to contribute to the greater good, we find a sense of purpose that no amount of wealth or success can provide. So, how can we live a purposeful life, you ask? Start by identifying your core values. What matters to you most? Then, align your actions with these values. Find purpose in everyday tasks by seeing them as opportunities to live out your values, whether it's helping a colleague at work, spending quality time with your family, or volunteering in your community. Every action can be a step towards a more purposeful life. And remember, making a positive impact doesn't always mean making grand gestures. Sometimes it's the small acts of kindness, the words of encouragement, the moments of understanding that can make the biggest difference. In the end, a purposeful life is about recognizing what's in your control and making a conscious effort to make a difference. From mastering emotions to fostering relationships, from cultivating contentment to embracing a purposeful life, Musonius Rufus has much to teach us. He implores us to not just argue but live, to triumph over fear, and to respect all, regardless of their status. He encourages us to find wealth in wanting less, and to focus on what's within our control. His words, though uttered centuries ago, resonate even today, offering a roadmap for self-improvement and contentment. This Roman Stoic, lesser known but equally impactful, is a beacon of wisdom, shedding light on how to navigate our modern world. His teachings transcend time and space, providing guidance to those who seek it. They remind us that true strength comes from within, that contentment is not tied to material possessions, and that we are all interconnected, bound by mutual respect and compassion. In the hustle of modern life, perhaps it's time we listen to the wisdom of the ancients. After all, some lessons are timeless.